we've agreed that the anniversary of the Uptown Gay and Lesbian Alliance must be an evening to remember. I think something with class and, elegance. Anybody have any suggestions? Doug?
Well, I think we ought to have cocktails. Fancy drinks and glasses and hors d'oeuvres. Oh, heavy hors d'oeuvres.
Be frugal. We only want this to look expensive. But it is our 25th anniversary, so let's just go for it.
I'll take over the food department. Everyone's about to become a vegetarian. On second thought, maybe I should be more liberal. Make it half and half.
Dignitaries, celebrities, I will give it complete coverage. Headlines for the UGLA News, great publicity on our night of nights.
Lights, camera, accent on UGLA. A very special presentation through the magic of the cinema. Every frame will be a Rembrandt.
Hey, I think I'll help coordinate. Refreshments, dining, dancing, music, entertainment. Hey, let's party!
Thank you, board members, for your show of enthusiasm. I see that sometimes we agree and sometimes we don't. After much discussion, this is what we have come up with. An UGLA video log of 25 glorious years.
While people gay all the night and day, feeling as they never felt before, what is the thing that makes them sing? Rich man, poor man, thief, doctor, lawyer, chief, feel a feeling that they can't ignore. It plays a part in every heart, and every heart is shouting encore. Love is sweeping the country, waves are hugging the shore. All the sexes from Maine to Texas have never known such love before. See them whirling and cooing like the bird is above. Each girl and boy alike sharing joy alike feels that passion will soon be national. Love is sweeping the country. There never was so much love.
This is UGLA now, happy and gay, totally integrated in the community, looking forward to a bright and brilliant future. But it wasn't always that way. It all began one evening around midnight. Our friend Bobby Brown, 24 years old, was assaulted, robbed, and shot to death while leaving a local gay bar. With him was David Maxwell, who was also shot, though not fatally. This was the end of a string of gay bashings on Figueroa between two bars, with little help from the police. Outraged, Gus DeClaro, personal friend, local homeowner, and businessman, organized a meeting. In attendance were noted gay rights activist Morris Kite, a commissioner of the Human Rights Committee for Los Angeles County, a police representative from Northeast Division of LAPD, plus a total of 65 or more people. We discussed for the first time together police practices and gang problems, safety in unsafe situations, bar safety and responsibilities, and most importantly, we discussed communication among gays and lesbians with the police. We helped with the finances of Bobby Brown's funeral, and we offered a reward for information leading to the arrest of the killers. And we also provided some assistance for David Maxwell. Gus DeClaro founded the Uptown Gay Alliance. General meetings began with some very practical goals. First of all was to maintain and develop more beautification in our neighborhood. We wanted to support gay businesses and those businesses that supported gays and lesbians. And most importantly, we wanted to educate the community at large on the true nature of homosexuality. And to do that, we became involved openly in the community. It was a very exciting time. Scary, but exciting at the same time.
I became involved in UGLA in 1983. I was secretary and then vice president, and then I became president in 1987. UGLA was formed as a way of developing the local community and of networking gay people together and empowering us politically, because at that time we had no political empowerment whatsoever.
You know, it was amazing to me that this small group of people could get together and become so powerful, literally take on the police at that time who were sort of dismissive of what was happening in Northeast Los Angeles. And I remember at our 10th anniversary for UGLA, which was at the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion, the captain of Northeast Division showing up with his wife. What a difference in 10 years.
In those years, 1988, 89, 90, there was no social services on this side of town, no real awareness about help for gay men who were struggling against HIV. A young man named Michael Weinstein was in fact establishing a healthcare center here in Elysian Park, and he was working with the city to have the Chris Brownlee Hospice turned over to the AIDS Healthcare Foundation, and that was to become a center for this area to help people who were fighting HIV. Well, we were very impressed. The fact that there was this grassroots organization, first of all, and that something was being done in this area to fight HIV.
I joined UGLA with my son, who is gay. He's in his late 40s, and he's lived in LA for 25 years. And when his partner passed away in 1996, he asked me to sell my house in Florida and move out here, and we bought a house together. And we were very fortunate that a former UGLA member, Dale Carvey, who has passed on, brought us to UGLA, and we joined. And I think it's a wonderful organization because of all the community work it does and the outreach it does. And it's a very positive organization. It makes people feel good about themselves, and definitely has been an asset to this community.
In 2001 and 2002, I was president again, and so during that term I went past the City Hall down here and saw a banner advertising the Boy Scouts breakfast. And so I thought, well, if the Boy Scouts can have a banner at the City Hall, so can the gays and lesbians. So I went into the office and talked to Linda Herbert, who was Nick Pacheco's field rep, and told her that I wanted us to have a banner in June celebrating Gay Pride Month. And so they agreed. And so we hung the banner. We had to replace it 2 or 3 times from all the vandalism. First year, we made, I don't know, 5 or 6 police reports on it. The second year, no problem, and we had it for 2 or 3 years after that without any problem. So it was a very moving time for UGLA and for the neighborhood to adjust to the fact that we're here and we're queer and we're going to stay here.
We started very small, you know. We were having meetings there at the Bon Mott, and then we were having meetings in private homes. And since then, we all work together. I used to meet the new people coming in and promote the company, the club, so they could join. And a lot of them did join. Some of them are still here, really.
One of the first mixers was held at a friend's house. Bob Matke, who was a neighbor of mine a few blocks away, hosted one of those first mixers for UGLA. I'm a retired attorney now. Had known Bill Bailey for years. I prepared several permutations of his will. Bill thought that he had not given enough back to our community during his lifetime, and he decided to leave his encumbrance-free home to UGLA, and that started the Bill Bailey estate.
We've been a member for 15 years.
Late 80s, I think.
Yeah, late 80s, and we've been together for 46 years. Kay Beckham was the first person who ever used the word AIDS in the straight community, and she was just wonderful.
My late husband, Jim Beckham, and I became interested in UGLA. Our good friends in the community had this wonderful organization that was not being acknowledged. So we decided to recognize them and their good work, especially with one of the fundraisers that they were doing at the time, which was Project Angel Food. We kind of got them introduced into the chamber, and in doing that, into the business community and then the community at large.
A lot of the people that are members there are very good, dear friends of ours, and it was just a great group of people, and they do great things. They raise monies, they matching funds, they help the community. I feel that UGLA's been around 25 years. I still feel they're going to be another 25 years strong. They're very active, their membership's increasing, and they're more involved in the community than more so than the past.
Edgy. Forward-thinking. From its inception, UGLA has always been a revolutionary organization. UGA embraced the membership of women by changing our incorporated official title to UGLA. We have a great deal to be proud of.
There were other grassroots organizations developing at that time, but UGLA was different and special and remains so to this day.
In the 80s, we had only just begun to work together and bond on issues and politics surrounding the AIDS crisis.
Men and women in our larger community were uneasy with each other.
We did not know each other.
We did not know each other.
It is all of you who are a part of the restructuring of human relations in our country and in the world, a part of the beginning of the end of the oppression of all peoples.
And I hope that UGLA continues so that other people will have the opportunity to enjoy the richness that UGLA has to offer, the activities, the friendships, and the bonding experiences.
We have always been ahead of the time.
I remember a few years ago, I had just gotten my first little electric car, the Gem, which is like the superannuated golf cart. We had the Christmas parade, and the Carls had asked me whether I would drive my Gem in the parade. And of course they had their Hummer at the time. It was quite interesting, the juxtaposition, because I was leading the Hummer down the parade.